What I love about history is that it really is just a bunch of gossip. It's a bunch of hot information that you didn't even know about. And so because it's February and we're honoring Black History Month, I wanted to give y'all a little hot tea about Harriet Tubman. So did you know that Harriet Tubman's own husband didn't want her to escape slavery? It's crazy. Ladies, you got to learn from our girl that sometimes you got to lose the dead weight to make American history.
Okay.
So this is the story of how Harriet Tubman's first husband almost stopped her from changing the world. It's pretty crazy. So her husband was a free Black man. And when she was like, hey, babe, I'd really like to be free, he was like, well, that puts my freedom at risk. So let's not do that. And Harriet Tubman was not about to let this scrub hold her back. So at 27 years old, she escapes slavery on her own. I'm 27 years old, and the only thing I'm capable of escaping is a bad hinge date. So she escapes and could have lived a totally free life in Canada. But she's like, no, first of all, it's cold as hell here. Second of all, I want to go back and get my mans. So she comes back and finds out that he's already moved on to another chick.
This dude.
He remarries. Crazy. So nothing is more motivating than a bad breakup. So she's like, if I can't get my man back, I'm going to make history.
A woman scorned is going to get some stuff done, man.
So she's already been conducting at this point on the Underground Railroad, but she goes to a Union battle camp in South Carolina. Reminder, Union armies are the good guys. And at first she's just working as a nurse, and she's looking at all these white army dudes laying around playing Fortnite, and she becomes the first Karen in history and is like, let me speak to the manager. So she teams up with this guy named Colonel James Montgomery, and James is like, listen, I'd totally be down to get some insider info, but like, I'm white and we need info from the people that are enslaved. So he makes her a spy in the army, and she disguises herself as a washerwoman to spy on the Confederates. So while Harriet is spying on the Confederate Army, scrubbing the skid marks off the losing team's underwear, the soldiers would just be around being like, yeah, it's crazy that we have this big torpedo next to that one oak tree marked with a big X on it. And the other soldiers would be like, shouldn't you keep your voice down? And the other guys would be like, do you think anyone around here is going to use this information against us? And it turns out, yes, the hell they were. So she finds out where all of these torpedoes and stuff are located. And she's like, let's burn these plantations to the ground. We've got to get these people free. So think of this. It's a 5-foot tall Black woman, silk bonnet on, and freshly moisturized coconut oil. She goes down to the Union Army. She's leading the charge. She's looking at all these little cadets picking their noses and is like, don't F this up. It is time to get in formation.
Okay, ladies, now let's get information.
So she's able to guide the Union Army to the plantation safely, all because of this information she got while she was a spy. And then once they got there, she goes all Khaleesi in this moment, just like, Dracarys, and they're throwing torches and stuff, and they're burning the place to the ground, and people are running everywhere, and they're escaping. And the army is able to burn all of these plantations down, kill off supply lines, and free around 800 enslaved people who would then join the Union Army. So she increases military power by freeing enslaved people who would end up helping the Union cause, and it becomes the first military operation run by a woman, a Black woman. And low-key, helping abolish slavery is kind of the greatest comeback from your loser husband dumping you.
I'd say so.
I would say so. That's your hot piece of history gossip for today. Well played.
Very well done.
The Bert Show.